up, though? It's DJ Smithsonian, and welcome back to the library. Today, we've got something special for y'all that we're doing in conjunction with our sponsors, the team over at Appraise the Phrase. We now present to you Appraise the Playlist. Oh, yeah, that's right. Now, do you think for 1 second that your boy Smithsonian here, who happens to be an actual DJ, wouldn't take the opportunity to start trying to find some songs that match the phrases that you hear on the Appraise the Phrase show? I could not lose that opportunity. You feel me? So what we're gonna do is, after every episode that Mario and 20 and the team put on, we're gonna provide you with 3 songs that have lyrics that match or speak verbatim the phrases that you hear per episode. And this playlist is going to be on Spotify, so please check it out. If you go on Spotify and look up, as a matter of fact, I can tell you what it's called right now. See, this is why I'm glad I got my little computer here, because I'm actually programming this in real time. If you look up Appraise the Playlist Season 3 in Spotify, you should see it by Smithsonian DJ. You will see all of the songs that I'm mentioning and then some. So let's get into it. For season 3, they kicked it off talking about the GOAT phrase. What was the GOAT phrase from season 2 that beat all of the other ones in the bracket? So of course I had to do something that had GOAT in it. Now, the phrase GOAT, the greatest of all time acronym, has been ubiquitous in both hip hop and sports since the early 90s. Prior to that, it used to be a term for scapegoat. But we're not there, we're here. And now GOAT means the greatest of all time. So who was some of the first to say it? A lot of it can be attributed to Muhammad Ali, who often talked about being the greatest, wanting to become the greatest when he was a youngin' in the game. And as a matter of fact, his wife in 1992 incorporated GOAT Inc. As the umbrella for all of the Ali's intellectual properties. Now, that's 92. When did we first hear it in hip hop? You might think about, if you think about who I'm thinking about, one of my favorite MCs, definitely God tier MC, and somebody who I wouldn't be surprised if you had as number 1 on your GOAT list, LL Cool J. Ladies love Cool James. Now, in 2000, he dropped an album called The GOAT, the greatest of all time, because at this point, he had been in the game almost 30 years, still a dominant MC, still coming with hits, still coming with hard bars and lyrics, could not be touched. His relevance is, and he's still relevant to this day. LL Cool J has been one of the long-standing pillars of hip-hop. And this album came out almost 25 years ago. So a lot of you may think, and I mean, even I thought it myself, that might be the first time where LL Cool J said that he was the GOAT. We're all mistaken. He first uttered the phrase in 1997 in his song 4321, which is off the album Phenomenon. And it was a posse cut that included Method Man and Redman, Cannabis, and DMX. And still one of the dopest. I might do an episode on top 5 posse cuts that's probably gonna make the list. And of course, we had to do something that incorporated the phrase itself. So one of the 3 songs had to go with another God tier MC, Kendrick Lamar's Ignorance is Bliss, which actually uses the phrase verbatim as a part of the bridge. Second episode, you heard him talk about a bird in the hand being worth more than 2 in the bush. Now, there were a couple of songs that actually mention that phrase, but the one that I want to highlight for this episode is Ludacris's Child of the Night. Ironically, well, maybe or maybe not ironically, but I think it's an interesting fact that it does not sample a really dope song called Children of the Night by the Stylistics, which is on my list to bring through my MPC one of these days and make a beat video about it. Instead, it samples Portuguese Love by Tina Marie. And the song, Ludacris is talking about some of the ills and evils that he's seen growing up, ducking and dodging temptation. It's one of those songs that I could really relate to because I wasn't necessarily the best person on my best behavior all the time when it came to my comeuppance. But thank goodness I've been excellent on paper. So I haven't done anything that would hinder any future goals that I may want to accomplish. And it's definitely a dope track. I believe it's off of the Red Light District album. And then the third song that I want to highlight is for episode 3, which just came out. How you do one thing is how you do everything. And we've got another God tier MC's verse to attribute to using this phrase. This one comes from Lil Wayne. It's not from his song itself. He is featured on the remix to a song called Gladiator by Hilado Carrion. And this song is dope. I found this song out because I just kind of got on a kick about, I wanted to hear some hip hop in other languages. So I started listening to Francophone hip hop. I started listening to hip hop in Spanish, hip hop in Japanese and other languages. And this is a dope Latin American MC who is killing the game. This song, if you want something motivational for your workout, for your run, highly recommend the Gladiator remix, as well as the whole album that he's got this verse on. And also, check out some hip hop in other languages while you're at it. You never know. Some of these guys got some dope bars. I mean, you can look at some of these lyrics, throw it in your Google Translate, and you'd be amazed at the wordplay that these young men and women are bringing to the game. So, that is the 3 songs that I wanted to highlight for Appraise the Playlist. Remember, we've got 3 songs per phrase, so I want you to check out the Spotify, check out the links. We'll make sure we've got all of that for you, and see if you can recognize the phrases in some of the other songs. And then when episode 4 drops, I'm going to give you all 3 from that episode. This is Smithsonian DJ. Peace.